In less than 2 weeks, Kingstonians will choose a new mayor from a list of 4 candidates to take the helm at City Hall. But how will the nominees tackle the opioid crisis?
There's no question there's a crisis. We have lost more people to the opioid crisis than to COVID over the last few years.
Incumbent candidate Brian Patterson says while it's a healthcare issue that will take all levels of government working with nonprofits to provide care, it is also about getting toxic drugs off the streets.
From a policing point of view, I think the focus here locally has very much been on targeting the dealers, which I think is right.
I think the drug crisis is so bad because of trauma and mental health. So we really need to focus on having places available in that regard rather than just housing.
A perfect example of that, Fraser says, is having a treatment and detox center at the current Providence Manor site on Sydenham Street when the long-term care home makes its planned move to the Mother House on Princess.
So that would be a perfect place to have a permanent municipal addictions and mental health center.
Fellow mayoral candidate Ivan Stojkovic would take treatment a step further.
People need safe and free supply of drugs that they're using.
As a member of the Cataraqui Union of Tenants, Stojkovic works with some of the city's most vulnerable and says unless clean, regulated supplies of opioids and other amphetamines are provided, the city will continue to see more opioid-related deaths.
And people are dropping like flies. People are dying en masse from dirty drugs, from dirty supply.
It seems to me that decriminalization and harm reduction are two of the best principles and best practices towards mitigating this crisis.
Like the other candidate, Skylar MacArthur O'Blennis spoke about the benefits of decriminalizing drugs. But he says it would take consultation with healthcare professionals to develop best policies around harm reduction.
It's not unique to Kingston. So I think looking outward as well to get solutions is a really strong idea. But in terms of specifically what we can do, I think reaching out to the experts that we have in our community is one of the first steps.
Ultimately, it will be up to Kingstonians to decide which is the best approach when they cast their vote on October 24th. Erin Strickland, Global News, Kingston.